What's up guys, welcome back once again to Diddy Reviews. I'm Adam from Diddy Reviews Tech and thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to be looking at another SSD. This is another one from Solidigm. Thank you to them for sending this over. Today I'm looking at a more budget oriented one and this is the P41 Plus. I last did the P44 Pro, which is their top end, so we'll do the P41 Plus today and we'll give you a sort of comparison as to how these perform against that, and we'll give you a sort of look at how it performs against the Gen 3 drive that I have as well, an ADATA SX8200. So we'll get it installed. It's already installed actually. So we'll do some testing on it. We'll do some crystal disk mark and we'll also do a 3D mark storage benchmark, and we'll give you an idea of how it performs and whether it's for you. Right, so before we get on with the benchmark results and show you how this drive performs, I'm just going to talk about the actual specs of this drive so you can get an idea of how it performs and how it sort of sits in the tiers of SSDs that are out there available. Now, as I said in the intro to this video, this isn't the highest sort of products. This is their sort of more budget oriented for the more mainstream user out there, but it's going to be, I would think, perfect for most people out there and just fast enough. So the current pricing of this is around £60 here in the UK, so that will probably translate to around €65, $65, $70, something like that elsewhere, and it might be on offers elsewhere as well, so just bear that in mind. But at the moment it's currently sat at around 60 British pounds for the 1TB version, so it is a really good price. It's very cheap for a Gen 4 drive, but like I say, it isn't the fastest out there. So let's talk about the specifications of it so you can see whether it's sort of in the right ballpark for you. The sequential read bandwidth of this is up to 4,125 megabytes per second, so over 4 gig a second, and the sequential write is up to 2,950 megabytes per second. So it's plenty fast and is obviously faster than Gen 3 drives that are out there. They're normally top out around 3,500, so it is a little bit faster than those. In terms of IOPS, random read is 390,000 IOPS in 4K blocks, and random write is 540,000 IOPS in 4K blocks. Power is 80 milliwatts and idle is 25 milliwatts. Not that you really need to know that. So that's the main specs there. So let's talk about how it performs. So first of all, we'll talk about crystal disk mark results. So you get a synthetic test to see it's maximum performance. So this isn't real world, but it gives you an idea of how well this can perform. Obviously it depends on sort of what files you're transferring and what you're doing as to what sort of speed you will get, and obviously over time it might drop down due to temperatures and things like that. But we'll have a quick look at this now. So the sequential read in Q8T1, we're looking at 4,141. That is a little bit higher than the 4,125 stated in the product specifications. And if you compare that to their top of the line product, the P44 Pro, that's 7,243. So you can see there is a massive difference there, but this is a much cheaper option on the market. And like I say, will probably be good enough for most people. The sequential reads Q1T1 2,842, compare that to 6,092. Random 4K Q32T1 reads 794 versus 868, so you see there randoms is not actually a big difference. And then random 4K Q1T1 69.7 as compared to 72.7 pretty much. So again, in terms of random read, there's not actually a great deal of difference between the two. Now I go on to write, 2,957 for sequential, and that's Q8T1 compared to 6,524, so 2,957, slightly higher than the stated maximum speed of this drive, so performing well as it should. Then going to sequential write, Q1T1 2,765 versus 5,317. Again, massive differences, but you expect that because it's basically the spec of it. It's not supposed to be anywhere near the P44. And then randoms 566 versus 567. Again, very, very close, which is probably the more real world scenario. And then random Q1T1, we're looking at 240 versus 258. So in terms of crystal disk mark, obviously comparing this to a P44 Pro, which is rated at over 7,000 megabytes per second read, then you are going to, you know that what the results are going to come out as. But looking at the sort of the randoms, as you can see from the results, there isn't actually a massive difference. So for a lot of people, this is probably going to be a drive just good enough. Well, as I say, just good enough, it's not a bad drive. That's going to be good enough for most instances, especially if you're just using gaming and things like that. So to bear that in mind when you're looking at these drives, it does perform really, really well. And yeah, like I say, it is very, very cheap at the moment, £60 for 1 terabyte. You can't really complain. The drive to P44 that I reviewed was a 2 terabyte, and that was about around £200. So obviously it's a lot more money. I'm not sure what the 1 terabyte price is, but I'll put some links in the description below for you to see. So now let's go on to sort of game benchmarks. I am using 3D Mark's storage benchmark, so it isn't gaming specific. Well, it is gaming specific, but it's just using a benchmark tool rather than actually doing any gaming with it, because I don't have anything to test timings or loaded times or things like that, rather than doing it with a stopwatch or something like that, which would be very inaccurate. So hopefully I'll get something in the future, and there'll be more games that can show me that, but not many benchmarks actually show you that kind of thing. So anyway, let's get into that. So going into the gaming benchmarks, this time I have got a result from a Gen 3 drive, ADATA SX8200 1 terabyte drive, so you can give you sort of an idea of the differences between the Gen 4 and the Gen 3. But let's first talk about the P41 versus the P44. Now, as you can see, we've got the P41 on the left and the P44 on the right. The score for their gaming storage benchmark is obviously it's going to be different. It's bound to be, because the Gen 4, the P44 is a much faster drive. So the score for the P44 is 3,333, and this P41 scored really, really well actually at 2,732. So it's not actually that far off. And if you look at the bandwidth, you can see more of an idea of how it performs. So your average bandwidth is the one you want to look at really across everything, to give you an idea. And you're looking at 470 megabytes per second on the P41 and 572 on the P44, with average access time of 66 nanoseconds versus 54 nanoseconds. So it's very, very close. It's not a mile away from it, and this is going to give you an idea of how well it's going to perform in gaming. And obviously, if you're looking to keep on a budget, then this is going to be a great drive for you. Now let's have a quick look at the ADATA score alongside the P41. You can see the ADATA scored 2,422 versus the 2,732. Now the ADATA runs up to about 3,500 megabytes per second maximum, so that is reflected here, and you can see the average bandwidth is 419.77 at 75 nanoseconds versus 470 at 66 nanoseconds. So you see there is a little bit of difference, but it's not huge at all. So this might give you an idea of whether you're to bother with Gen 4 unless you're going for a really high one, or whether to just stick with Gen 3 and save some money. However, as I've mentioned already, this P41 Plus is a really good price, and probably not much more than a Gen 3 drive, so you might as well go for it if you've got the capability of using it. Right, so there's the benchmark results. I hope you enjoyed watching these, and it gives you an idea of whether you're going to go for the P44, the P41, or you're going to stick with Gen 3. Now, as I mentioned when I was talking about the benchmarks, the difference between the Gen 3 ADATA and the Gen 4 isn't huge. However, there is a difference there. Obviously, the difference is a lot bigger between the P41 and the P44, because there's such a big difference in the sort of specifications of them. But it's still not a massive difference at all, and it's probably going to be fine for your gaming. If you're doing other, obviously, tasks where you're using data transfers a lot more, transferring big files and things like that, then obviously the P44 is going to be the better drive to go for. But if it's literally just for a gaming machine, then I can definitely recommend this. And if you're looking for a good drive at a good price, then you don't really look any further than this. £60 for 1 terabyte is absolutely fantastic. Now, if you look at Gen 3 drives, you're probably looking at around £50 for a 1 terabyte at the lowest. And that's probably going to be a cheaper sort of budget one, which probably isn't going to be the maximum Gen 3 speeds that are available. So to be honest with you, if you've got a Gen 4 capable motherboard, you might as well go for the P41 Plus, and you'll get the extra speed out of it. So that's all there is to it, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and it gives you an idea of what sort of drive you're going to buy, and hopefully you'll look at this one, because even it's not just because Solidigm have sent this to me, it is generally a very good drive, and I want to say thank you to them for sending it again, obviously, as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video. If you want to subscribe and see more of my content, then please, like I say, subscribe and hit that bell icon. If you didn't like it, then give it a dislike if you want to. Give me any comments in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And that's it, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.